Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news all right. Bears fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for our team's future. Rumors are swirling that the Kansas City Chiefs are considering making a bold move, and it involves none other than Chris Jones, the interior disruptor from Mississippi State who's been a nightmare for offensive lines across the league. Now, this isn't just idle speculation. Insiders suggest that the Chiefs, who are currently struggling a bit with some injury issues and a tough stretch in the season, are contemplating trading Chris Jones for a first-round pick and a young edge rusher. Yep, you heard that right. It's a move that could shake up the entire NFC North and give the Bears a huge boost as we push towards the playoffs or even a Super Bowl run. But why would the Chiefs consider parting ways with one of their top players? Well, Kansas City is in a bit of a cap crunch right now, with around $2.8 million in cap space and a $28 million cap hit for Jones next year. They're also looking to focus on a youth movement, especially with the likes of Pacheco and the younger defensive players coming up. Plus, with Patrick Mahomes battling some injuries, he missed 3 games in November, as reported by Adam Schefter. The Chiefs are reevaluating their roster to put themselves in a better position for the future. They're also eyeing extensions for key players like Pacheco, which could free up some cap space if they move Jones now. This trade talk echoes a lot of what we saw last year when the Rams traded for Aaron Donald, who then became a cornerstone of their defense and propelled them deep into the playoffs. That kind of disruptive interior presence is exactly what the Bears need right now to take that next step. Our defensive line has been solid but could definitely use a boost in the interior to elevate pressures, stop the run more effectively, and create chaos for opposing quarterbacks. Chris Jones, with his ability to generate sacks, pressure the pocket, and disrupt plays in the backfield, would be a perfect fit. Think about it. Adding Jones to a line that already features Gervon Dexter, who has shown flashes with 5 sacks this season, and a secondary that's been improving, could turn Chicago into a real force up front. Now, let's take a closer look at Jones's production this year. Despite the chaos in Kansas City, he's been a consistent presence on the field. In 13 games, he's registered 4 sacks, which might not sound overwhelming at first glance, but if you dig deeper, his pressures and overall impact tell a different story. He's generated 35 pressures, according to PFF, with a pass rush grade of 94, elite numbers that speak to his ability to get after the quarterback. His run defense has also been solid, with a win rate of 28%, and he's been a force in stopping the run and collapsing pockets. His tackle numbers might seem modest at 22, but his QB hits, 12 of them, and a missed tackle rate of just 48% show his efficiency and impact on the game. Looking at his career, Jones has played 151 games, amassing 84. 5 sacks, over 218 tackles, and more than 150 QB hits. His pressure rate per game is well above average for a defensive tackle, and he's known for his ability to disrupt the backfield consistently. Injuries have been part of his story, with a shoulder injury in Week 6 causing him to miss a game. But he came back strong, recording 2 sacks against the Broncos in Week 5, including a forced fumble that showcased his playmaking ability. For the Chiefs, the move makes sense in some ways. They're currently sitting at 6-7, with their defense allowing about 24 points per game and struggling to stop the run, allowing roughly 140 yards per game on the ground. Their cap situation isn't ideal either, with only $2.8 million in cap space, and that's with a $28 million hit for Jones next year. Moving him would free up around $22 million, which could help them extend players like Pacheco or bring in new talent on defense. But the risk is significant, especially considering the potential drop in pass rush productivity. Despite their struggles, Kansas City's defense still has some talented pieces, but losing Jones would be a blow, especially in the interior. Now let's shift our focus to what this could mean for the Bears. Our defense has been a bright spot this season, especially after the injury to Odeyingbo, who's been a key player for us. Since Odeyingbo went down with a season-ending shoulder injury in November, our defensive line has needed that extra punch. Adding Chris Jones would provide exactly that. He'd immediately become the anchor in the middle, allowing Gervon Dexter and others to thrive in more one-on-one situations. Our pass rush would get a massive boost. Imagine Jones lining up next to Sweat, who already has 10 sacks this year. That kind of duel could be unstoppable, pressuring quarterbacks relentlessly and forcing turnovers. And it's not just about the pass rush. Jones's ability to clog running lanes and set the tone for our defense would help us become more balanced and dominant. Our secondary, which has shown some signs of improvement but still needs help against big plays, would benefit from the additional pressure. Opposing offenses would have to double-team him or scheme around him, which opens up opportunities for our linebackers and defensive backs. With Williams quarterbacking the offense and EPA pass at 0-15, our team is already trending upward. Adding Jones could push us into that elite top 3 defensive category, giving us a real shot at making a deep playoff run. Looking ahead, the Super Bowl odds are already looking promising for the Bears, at +1, 500 earlier this season. But if this trade happens, those odds could plummet to +800 or even better, especially if Jones helps us dominate in the trenches during the playoffs. Imagine a matchup against teams like the Lions or Eagles, where our interior rush could neutralize their offensive lines, giving us the chance to control the game from start to finish. The NFL is a trenches game, and with Jones, the Bears could have one of the most formidable defensive fronts in the league. That kind of strength could propel us to the Super Bowl, and I honestly believe that this move could be the catalyst for a new Bears dynasty, Jones and Williams as a legendary duo, leading the charge at Soldier Field and bringing home that elusive Lombardi trophy. This potential trade isn't just about one player or one season. It's about fundamentally changing the trajectory of the franchise. The Bears have been building for this moment, drafting well, developing young talent like Dexter and Sweat. And now with a move like this, we could position ourselves as true contenders for years to come. The division would feel the impact immediately, with the Packers, Lions, and Vikings scrambling to keep up with a Bears team fortified by an interior pass rusher of Jones's caliber. It's a bold move, but sometimes, bold is what it takes to turn a good team into a great one. And beyond the immediate impact, think about the legacy. Chris Jones, already a proven star, would cement his place in Chicago history if he helps us bring home a Lombardi. The fans would be buzzing, the atmosphere at Soldier Field would be electric, and the team's confidence would skyrocket. This isn't just about adding a player, it's about transforming our identity and setting the stage for sustained success. The Bears are on the cusp, and a move like this might just be the spark that ignites our entire franchise into a new era of dominance. Now I want to hear what you think, Bears fans. Do you believe this trade is worth the gamble? Would you love to see Chris Jones in the navy and orange, wreaking havoc on the NFC and leading us to glory? Or do you think the Chiefs might hold on to him, betting on a playoff push? Either way, this story isn't over yet, and I'll be keeping a close eye on how it develops in the coming weeks. But one thing is for sure. If this trade happens, the NFC North and perhaps the entire league will never be the same. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.